Well, good evening and Merry Christmas for those of you watching this just after it's been published. For tonight's Thundering Thursday, we're completing our look at the Flames of War starter sets with TOBRUK, which marked a turning point in the World War II Desert Campaign. So, let's get this wrapper off and have a closer look inside. And welcome back. So, now we have the overhead working again. Let's have a look at what we get. So, we get two different desert themed dice along with the new 8 million bayonets dice, which is a new one on me. Right, let's have a look. It's quite easy to identify what we get by the looks of it. So we've got two sprues of Italian heavy gun crew and Italian tank crew, judging by their hats. And then we get two smaller sprues of British tank crew. Right, and then the reason why we get the two gun teams is we get two flak or pack 88s, as these were first used in their anti-tank role in the desert. And then we get 10 Italian tank sprues. These will build both the Italian tanks that come with a kit, which names I've forgotten. One's the Semovente. Let's have a look. It's in here somewhere, isn't it? The disruptions. Yeah. So yes, the M1441, which is the standard frontline tank for the Italians, or the 75mm self-propelled gun known as the Semovente. Can be made with this kit, so you could have a full company of either. And these are nice clean casts, again with the extra machine gun because we know those barrels break, and a couple of bits of on deck stowage, mainly spare track links, running wheels and tarpaulin. So, and then slightly more complicated are the British armoured vehicles, which actually represent the middle part of the conflict. So this is Operation Crusader, as the first part of the conflict was Rommel with the Afrika Korps and the Italian army laying siege to TOBRUK, which was then lifted. Well, at the time that was mainly Australian troops in TOBRUK, which the siege was lifted in early 1942 by the British 8th Army, the infamous Desert Rats, with some Lend-Lease vehicles from from the Americans even. So we get 3 M4A1 Shermans, which are the earliest variant we saw in the war. These were used in the desert by both British and American troops when they joined. So again, nice clean castings. We've seen Sherman tanks before. So we do seem to get 2 gun variants for this, so we'll have to have a close look at that when we come to making up the models. And then we get the Lee or the Grant. Again, with its unique arrangement of a lighter anti-tank gun. I believe it was the 37mm or the British 6-pounder mounted in the turret, and then a 3-inch field gun which could double up for both anti-tank and high explosive roles in a limited traverse hull mount. And what makes the difference between the Lee and the Grant, and I can never remember which way round these are the commander's coupler. In that the British version, we didn't like our tank commanders exposing themselves to enemy fire. So the British version just had the smaller coupler that we see here without the machine gun, while the Americans kept the version with the machine gun turret or coupler mounted at the very top. So we get a squadron of 3 of those, and then we get the workhorse of the British Army in the desert, the Mark III Crusader. So this is, again, we seem to get 2 different turret versions. So when it comes to making these up, we'll have to have a look at those. So again, nice clean castings with a couple of different gun options. So I believe this first entered with the 2-pound, first entered service with a 2-pounder and was then upgunned to the 6-pounder. So we get 6 of these, as in the initial list we get HQ squadron and a regular squadron of 3. So then of course we get the quick start rules, the rules and the formation cards. But from a quick rundown, this is actually around £200 worth of models if you bought the individual boxes from Battlefront. These were purchased on my last visit to Caliver Books in Eastwood in Nottingham, who still have, as I left, a couple in stock, and I'm sure that some of your local game stores will also have a couple hidden away, even though they are officially out of production. And as I've said before, they shouldn't be on your game store shelf, should they? They should be on yours. So get around to making these up and painting them in future videos. Thank you, and have a happy new year.